Shalom and welcome to another installment of Elders of GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Today is Open Forum, which basically we didn't have anything that we put together. We're just going by the Spirit. And, last week, I know you were looking to see what show came up. Things happened where we didn't do any shows, neither on the road or in the studio. So we're back here, after last week. We basically took a break for certain reasons. And so we're back here today. And basically we're just going to go with the Spirit. So I'm going to pass it to the elder. And whatever's on his mind, I'm going to flow with the Spirit.
All right. We have this, the Philadelphia Trumpet, as Elder Tahar, tells you he gets every month. And, this is the new January 2013 issue, which January 2013, hopefully in 2013 will be a firework-filled year, and Lord's will, we'll get out of here. But there's a few articles in here that, we want to touch on that are pretty good articles because they kind of, one thing about these devils here, they kind of deal with news which is in prophecy and at the end, end of the world type articles, but they just go off when they try to go into the scriptures. All right, so I'm going to start reading this. It says, this is on page 17. It says, number 1, Germany, Merkel, EU will be a super state. Now that right there is prophecy in the making, because remember, they're trying to achieve this one world order. So if they make an EU or the European Union a super state, they're trying to basically lock all these puzzles or pieces of the puzzle together to bring about the New World Order, to make it easier to bring the whole world into one unity or one union. It says German Chancellor Angela Merkel outlined her vision for Europe, a speech to the European Parliament on November 7th. But her most revealing statements about Europe's future came when she stepped away from her prepared notes. As she responded to a statement by parliamentary leaders, Merkel revealed her vision for the European Union, a super state. I'm sure the Commission will become a government one day. I'm sure that the Council will become a second chamber one day, Merkel said. And it says, and I'm sure the European Parliament will take European responsibilities, otherwise it won't work in the long term. But today we must save the euro and create the basis properly. And we must give people a little bit of time so that they can come with us. This is probably the clearest, most prominent example of any European leader admitting the grand scheme for the European Union, a European superstate with its own administration and legislature, is precisely what the trumpet has before cast for decades. So basically, remember, when you read the scriptures, you read about...
Yeah, this just brought a scripture to mind. This talk of the EU becoming a super state, eventually, they are going to become a super state, and they're going to eventually break off from America. They're no longer going to be allied with America. And if they're not allied with America, that makes them enemies with America. And they, along with the Russians, because we always speak on how the Russians are going to attack America with missiles and possibly China, but we hardly ever speak on, which we do speak on it, but not as much. We focus on Russia when the U.S. military goes into Iran. But actually, the EU nations, including NATO, they're going to shoot missiles on America as well. So I have a scripture right here on that, this EU super state. It says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings. Those are the EU. And it started with 6, then it came up to 10. Now it's up to 26, 27. It says, which have received no kingdom as of yet. When it received the kingdom, I believe that was 1958. January 1958. That's when they got their charter, because it was 57, but they received their charter, I think, in 58. So they became official in 58. But received power as kings 1 hour with the beast. So we're well into that hour, because that hour is the hour with the most highest timetable, which is a little bit more than 40 years. So they went past that hour already. It says, these have one mind. That's your EU superstate. These have one mind. So they're not going to be within the mind of the U.S. They're not going to take the orders of the U.S. These have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. The beast represents NATO, which the U.S. is a part of NATO, but somehow they're going to, all these NATO nations and EU nations, they're going to ostracize America. And when they ostracize America, and when the U.S. goes into a war with Iran, something's going to happen where they're going to shoot missiles along with Russia, possibly China, but the NATO and the EU nations are going to shoot missiles on America, because it says, but receive power as king 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. Like I said, the beast is NATO. These shall make war with the Lamb, because when the Lamb comes back, and that's in Revelation the 12th chapter, when the Lord comes back to deliver the elect of Israel, not all Israel, because most of Israel is going to be destroyed. The Lord is coming back to deliver the elect. So the NATO forces and the EU forces, they're going to look to fight against the Lord, and they're going to be wiped out of the heavens. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For the Lord, for he is the Lord of lords and King of kings, and they that are with him are called, listen, are called and chosen and faithful. And that's before us, is talking about the angels and us. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sittest, where the who sitteth, that's America, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues, because America is known as the great melting pot. Okay? Just like Rome was a great melting pot. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That fire is going to come. That fire is going to come from these hot missiles. These hella hot missiles. Hot slugs from the heavens. And let me read that again. These shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman, America, which thou sawest, is that great city. That's America. America, if you're a U.S. citizen, then you're part of that city. You're part of that gigantic municipality. Because you can say, well, I'm a citizen, I'm a New York citizen, or I'm a citizen of Colorado, or I'm a citizen of this. But all of you are citizens of the U.S. Because it tells you that in the 14th Amendment. And I'm going to show you that. Okay, we're going to go into the Constitution. See? Speak for me.
Yeah, so basically, you know, what's happening now is these European Union or these European nations, they're seeing the wickedness of America, because for years they've been seeing it. You know, the way that they've been mistreated. They're supposed to be a union, and America's supposed to be a part of NATO and all that. But when it comes down to the treatment, America gets the top preferred treatment, and them other nations, they pretty much get shitted on. So they're pretty much tired of this place. But it's coming to the point where the Lord is gonna